Okay, just set up a shell to write a class. I'm going to do the random string chooser. So, okay, blah, blah. Constructed from an array of non-null string values. And I look down here and I see, right here's the constructor, right? There's the word new. And it's getting that word array, which was declared as a string element array. Okay, so I need a constructor that has that. And then getNext returns a randomly chosen string. When string has been returned and no longer available. I want to remove them then if they're not supposed to be available anymore, which means I'm going to use an array list because the array list has a remove method. If you remember, an array has a fixed length, so then I would just have to be packing nulls back in there and check for nulls, which would be more painful than just using the remove. So let's see if there's anything else specific. Appropriate constructor methods, okay. Private on instance variables. Neither should alter the parameter pass, but your implementation may copy the contents of the array, which was what I was going to do anyway because I was going to make it an array list. So okay, let's do those two things. So I'm setting up a array list of string elements, which will be a copy of the ones they're passing me. And then my constructor, random string chooser, accepts a array of string elements. I'll just call that word array so I can tell it apart. What I want to do is make words. So that's an array list of string elements. There's my call to the constructor, and then I'll move the contents. And now I just wanted to start at the beginning and go to the end and move them all in. So for each string and word array, just add it to my copy. So my copy is called words, add each. Okay, that'll move them all in. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll check it. Yeah. Okay, and the other thing they wanted was this hasNext method. So public, it returns a string. So what I'm going to do is, if there's any words left, how would I know? If the size is greater than 0, then there's something in there. And then I want to randomly select. So let me set that up as a variable. R would be a good name for it. So I'm going to use the mathRandom class. And I want the range of values to be the same as the number of elements left in words. And how many elements? Size will tell me that. And then once it's covered that set of values, I need to cast it to integer. Okay, that'll work. And then if it's bigger than 0, I can write the get R and then store it somewhere and return that and then remove it. But remove actually returns what it removes. So I can do that in one statement. Words remove R. As it removes it, it'll return it, so that will be fed back to the program as the return value. And then if words isn't greater than 0, so in that case, I just want it to return the word none. That should cover both those conditions. And I need one more parenthesis, I think, curly brace. There we go. Okay, we're all good on part A.